Interpersonal Communication Project. My name is Charlotte Morton. Hello, everyone. Next, listening, the most powerful communication skill, a gift you will give to others. Next, my overarching goal is to listen effectively, so I will be effective by hearing what is being said before I speak. Burley and Allen stated that we lack skills as listeners for a number of reasons: personal, universal, childhood experiences, formal training. We also learned that our attitudes about listening begins in the crib as an infant. Next, behavioral blend. My behavioral blend was above the midline. Above the midline, sometimes I am an overachiever. I try to operate in all four letters: D, I, S, C. I don't have to be over one type more than the other, but I strive to be the best at each one. My listening becomes negative due to the inner turmoil that I experience because I become so overwhelmed trying to please everyone and do what they expect of me. My positive approach, John Stewart stated in Bridges Not Walls, listening is our concrete and the foundation of communication. Our listening enables us to interpret what our conversation partners are saying and doing. We also have to remember that effective listening takes time and effort. Next, barriers in my interpersonal context. First one, pay attention if I think it's important. When we expect to hear certain things, we don't listen to what is really said. It is important to realize that both the talker and listener have power. When I ignore the importance of listening, I lose the value of listening. This is where I must practice harder to listen. An example of this may be to listen to material that I am unfamiliar with and challenge my mental capacities. Number two, confuse people. I often think people want me to adapt to them so easily. So I recognize this and I maneuver change, which is caused inner turmoil to me being able to communicate and listen. I am going to handle this by learning to relax more, be more calm and easygoing, guard myself against internal and outward. Number three, having high emotions, or like I would say, be overwhelmed with so much to do. If words or topics that are hurtful from my past experiences are being said, then I become frustrated and don't listen. I tune out what the talker is saying immediately so it will not alter my perception, belief, or opinion about anything. Next, listening to nonverbals. Have you ever thought about how someone has influenced you by the way they looked at you, rolled their eyes, or covered their eyes, held their hands up in disgust? This is considered one of the most important skills of effective listening, is listening to nonverbals. Facial expressions, posture, eye contact, and gestures. Close observation will reveal just how much I am listening to you as well as paying attention. It's what you are saying with your gestures that people are looking at. Next, noise pollution, internal. We have to learn to listen effectively to ourselves. Developing the capacity to examine ourselves critically helps us to be aware of our beliefs, values, and attitudes in order to understand and reshape them. Next, noise pollution, internal. Continue. When we listen to ourselves from the heart, no judgmentally, in other words, being our own best friend instead of our own worst enemy. Next, noise pollution, external. There are many things that will cause us to lose focus in the external realm. Cell phones, music, loud bulldozers, these are all things that cause us to lose the effective listening because we're surrounded by so much noise around us. Next, my plan of action. What others are saying is important, I must remember. I have truly enjoyed our class this semester. It has brought a lot of my questions about why and how my communication and listening skills were affected. Realizing that just as I feel what I'm saying is important, then what others is saying is also vital. Hearing what people say and putting it to work for you will be critical to all areas in your life, such as careers and relationships. Avoid being critical and judgmental of someone else and also of myself. I need to learn to listen empathetically. This style of listening will help build understanding and trust in relationships. Develop a rescuer listening mode. People feel more self confident when they can solve their own problems and think them out themselves. Work at listening. Efficient listening takes energy. Practicing makes it easier. If you know the subject in advance, prepare for it by reading, discussing it, thinking over briefly, establishing my own point of view. Then listen actively and energetically. Next. Thank you, everyone. I have enjoyed this class and I have truly enjoyed listening effectively. This has brought a lot of material into my life and it is better in my communication skills will grow through this class because of listening.